So players were able to go into New World dungeons with 20 people instead of 5. I know, New World and bugs. Can you name a better duo? And so basically, you were able to raid dungeons. And because every loot is personal loot, everybody was getting all the loot. So they were running over to the dungeons and then clearing everything, and then that was it. So guess what happens? Got banned in New World. Alright, let's watch it. Exploiting a bug, true. Ooh, ouch. Not good. Uh-oh. Jesus. 300 suspensions for exploit abuse. We have clear monitoring. We know what you're doing. And so do you. My contact at AGS sent me a video about the meeting.
Y me llama el cocinero. Risita, ¿qué? Ve por la paellera. Venga, que las 2 de la tarde ya están aquí. Miren, bañador.
Okay, I'm gonna skip past this. I'm gonna skip past this.
Todo despeinado porque no me
This is
dio.
funny, but I'm gonna skip past it. Probably accurate, though, by the way.
So for legal reasons, I will confirm that that video isn't actually from the AGS office. Now, why did I get involved in this? So I saw Trick stream. I saw what they were doing. I thought that this is possibly the one and only chance I will genuinely have fun in expeditions. Now, I have enjoyed expeditions in the past, but this is different. This was different.
Is this the raid? Yes! This is the raid we all been asking for. Massive. Look at this, chat. Kill everything you see. Kill everything.
And so they're obviously going in there. It's a 20-man raid. Yep, there it is.
This is like an elite train right here. Help! What is going on? We're getting
The people are I love how people are dying too.
Okay, oh my god, this is harder than regular mutation. Chat, we're negative 840. The first laser, chat.
What? Yeah, they are. They're negative 2,000.
They didn't make it, sweet angel girl.
Oh my god.
Now, I knew that there was a possibility of a ban, and I didn't care. I wanted to do it. I wanted to get as many people as I knew involved into it as well.
It's that's just the New World, guys. That's the New World mentality. It's a new dupe.
Because I wanted to prove to AGS that this genuinely is something that the community have wanted for a long time. This is genuinely something brilliant. Now, actually,
he makes a very good point. He actually does. Because a lot of people have wanted these raids. A lot of people are liking the raids. So, yes, obviously he shouldn't have been cheating. Cheating is not a good thing. But he's right that it does indicate that there is a demand for this type of content. We did it for fun. My raid didn't loot the whole entire time. Jesus. Can you give context for people that don't play this? There was a bug that allowed 20 players to join a dungeon instead of 5. And because all the loot in the game is personal loot, everybody went in and they cleared the dungeon. And you say, like, so what? Well, like, let's say you could do the mythic raid with 30 people instead of 20. Wouldn't that just make things a little bit easier? Yeah. Like, it's like, imagine you could do a mythic plus, but you bring in 40 people for it. And it doesn't scale.
Unfortunately, my recording fucked up. I don't have the run through of mine, so in the background you can see his Trick's run. But on multiple occasions, I was getting hit for like 50,000-60,000 damage. Our run on an M3 Genesis ended up being on like minus, I don't know, 7,000 points. We probably would have got less than a bronze.
Yeah.
There was something within the game that was scaling it to the point where you know, maybe if people were genuinely taking it seriously, they could have exploited it, and it would have been a terrible cheat. But this was genuinely fun. Now this goes. What I wanted to come from this, what I want to come from this, is that AGS realize what the community wants. And again, I know that we're not everybody, but I think a lot of the community wants larger scale dungeon runs, the larger.
I agree with him. He's right. That's the thing, is he's actually right. This bug is probably a good thing for New World, because hopefully New World can see now that people really enjoy. Like the Sandworm raid is really hard, so like a lot of people don't do it. But if there was like, I actually think that chest runs in New World are really cool. I really like chest runs. Like they're fun as fuck. Yeah, they're awesome. People want to raid. Yeah. Like give us a Molten Core. Come on. Why not?
Raids, you know, like well, I think when we were expecting the Worm, we were expecting not an arena, but a raid, you know, where
like AQ40.
You go through
yeah.
A scenario like a normal expedition, and then you end up at a boss at the end with a 20-man group. Mm-hmm. That's what I think a lot of us were expecting.
Yeah.
This also runs through to what we've been experiencing recently in the open world. Influence races are being kind of cheesed by people just straight up running missions. They're not even getting involved too much in the influence races anymore. They need to remove the missions completely and just have the PvP. It was amazing for the first week where...
Yeah, I remember I did the influence races, the PvP ones, and like I'm not a big PvP enjoyer, but they were really fun, man. With 20 people was harder than with 5. The rewards were worth. It's kind of productive. You want to take advantage of doing this. Oh, I think definitely. Like it's like, I think the problem is that even whenever, especially like whenever you're a streamer, even if you're not exploiting it yourself, you're still popularizing it. And I think that they have to ban streamers kind of for doing something that's like so clearly an exploit. Because there are some things that are just like, you know, a really fast respawn or something like that, which is like, that's not really something that you can be sure is like against the rules or not. But whenever it's something that is like very obviously against the rules, then I think that's what they kind of have to suspend people for.
You know, there was lots of random people getting involved, and that was really fun. But what's been happening lately, especially on our server, I've seen it on an NA server as well, is that there is a couple of castles throughout the map. Mm-hmm. And we, as players, have been using these castles as places to fight. So I think one of the scenarios some of the guys organised recently was there was a king in the Monarch's Bluff castle, and the team outside had to infiltrate or break into the castle, kill the king. Once they kill the king, they win.
Yeah, it's like Alterac Valley, basically. That's cool.
And then the roles swapped, and it was genuinely brilliant.
Yeah,
we personally had an instance where we went to attack an influence race point, completely overrun by purple. We ran and hid inside a fort, and we had this epic like 300 moment where it was just truly epic. Like the open world PvP in New World is fantastic, and this is what I thought when I saw these expeditions. I was like, yes, this is genuinely something fun. People genuinely had a good time. It was brilliant. So I got involved. I'm banned like the rest of you, and I don't regret it one single bit, because I hope that they
it's not a big deal. Like, I mean, they're suspended for what, a day? Who cares? I think this is an overall positive for the game.
Content like Trick Stream, maybe they'll watch my video here and see what I'm talking about here.
Yeah. And
maybe they'll see the amount of people that got involved in it in one single night.
Holy shit.
It's a lot of people that want to do more. Now I'm now just to completely clarify here, I'm sure that there are some people who are doing it to specifically cheat, to specifically try and exploit,
for sure,
to specifically try and get these artifacts quicker than what we've been doing. But I think the larger picture here is people want better content. Like, people want better endgame content, not just chasing gear. The gear chase has been exhausting for a lot of players. I think what's happened with New World is that it's had its rough patches. It is still pretty rough, but it's a lot better than it was. Like, New World, I would say, is a good game to play now. Expansion was a quality of life expansion that we've paid for, and now the next steps for AGS hopefully is to introduce some good content, like a 20-man raid, 20-man expedition, like open world PvP scenarios that are based around these castles. I don't know, spawn in a mega boss that you have to be PvP flagged to kill one day, PvE flagged to kill the next day. There's some fantastic things that can be done for like end game New World content, and I think the player base is wanting it. And on the horizon is some pretty fun looking MMOs. Throne and Liberty, Pax Day. I think Quinfall, which looks like completely, it's going to be a potential.
Quinfall looks like an asset flip. I'm going to be honest.
Bit of a joke. Is apparently got some sort of beta happening in January. So I think New World needs to kind of look at what people are wanting, and and start to deliver some very exciting end game content for people. Anyway,
He's
long
right.
story short, I'm banned with the rest of you. I had a brilliant time running Genesis for the first time in months and months and months. I loved it. AGS, please see this as a positive. Don't see this as a negative. People want larger scale dungeons, even if you continue to reuse the content and just let us run 20 mans in the current dungeons. It's clear people want it.
He's right. He's completely fucking right. And so, yeah, they had to suspend the guys. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, guys, it's like a fucking like a 1-day suspension. They clearly don't really give a fuck about this, right? It's not like Amazon is genuinely mad or upset about it. It's just like, well, they have to suspend you because, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, I think this will be an overall positive for the game. And I hope that it's a positive for the game. Absolutely. So yeah, why even make a video about a 1-day? Well, it's about the idea that it kind of promotes. I think that's the reason why. But yeah, there it is. Why ban for fun exploit? Well, you have to ban people for exploiting because if you don't, then everybody will exploit, and then eventually there will be an exploit that comes out that people can actually gain a large advantage from, and then you've already created a precedent by not banning for it, so then people will get upset if you do. It sets a precedent, and it's against the rules. Just apply the rules. It's pretty simple. And I think this is fair.